How to prepare for a professional football trial. Welcome to the YouTube channel and thank you so much for being here. Those of you who do not know me, let me introduce myself real quick. My name is Eric Friedlander. I'm 30 years old, currently living in Riga, Latvia, and I've been overseas for the past 11 years. I played in 4 different countries, and I played 8 years as a professional. I retired just last year, went into the GM position at a professional football club, and now I'm going my own way. I'm gonna develop a RicFit Consulting, which is gonna become our agency. But I've been working for 8 years with footballers, semi-pros, amateurs, top pros. And our main goal is to help undiscovered talent get to the professional level. I was in your shoes, your undiscovered talent. If you're watching this video, if you're a current professional, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I was in your shoes. I felt your pain. So what I want to do is I want to show you exactly how to succeed at a professional football trial when and if you get one. So we're talking right now when and if you get one. If you want specific videos on how to get one, we've talked about that in the future. I'm pretty sure if not, we will make one very soon. But this is what you need to do when you get to the trial. Number one, and most importantly, you need to prepare. Once you get that professional football trial, you can't start to prepare. If you're unfit, if you're not sharp, if you've been injured, yes, it's fine. But I would recommend that you have at least 3 months in your belt, in your bag before you go there. Because the most important thing for you and the most important thing for your agent, whoever is representing you, who got you that trial, is that you come prepared, fit, sharp, and ready. Mentally, tactically, physically, technically, in every aspect. When you go to that trial, you want to give yourself the best shot. But most importantly, the professional football world is small, so people talk. If you go to one trial unfit, unprepared, you're going to be talked about all over. So what you need to make sure that you do, and you need to take full responsibility for, is yourself. Because at the end of the day, like I've talked about many times before, when you go to a trial, you are showing yourself as an asset, as a commodity to the club. Football is a business. If you're good enough, they're gonna wanna sign you, right? Because if you're a game changer, if you come to the team, you change the locker room, you change exactly what's going on the pitch, they're gonna wanna sign you because you're gonna help them win games. What does that mean? If they win games, they go higher up the table, which helps them with attendance, which helps them with sponsorship, which helps them with possible money into UEFA, which helps them with possible ticketing, with media rights. At the end of the day, you're representing the club. So what you need to make sure you do is you're prepared as a professional on and off the pitch. If you're not prepared, this video just saved you, right? So what you need to do is you actually need to tell the club, hey, I'm not ready right now, or find some kind of valid excuse to tell them that you want to come at a later date. If it's too late, you better do that, then better go unprepared. Because if you go unprepared, you're gonna look bad, you're gonna look unfit, and then you'll never be invited to most places ever again. So as I always like to say, luck equals preparation plus opportunity. And as I said before, if an agent sends you to a trial, they most likely made that connection from years and years of sending the right players to that club, years and years of building that relationship. Because at the end of the day, especially as an agent and you as a footballer, your network is your net worth. Who you know, the connections you have is gonna help you in any career you have, especially in professional football, especially in professional sports, and especially in high levels of business. So the last thing you wanna do is show up unprepared. So the first tip and the most important tip that I gave you is be prepared. Now I'm gonna give you 23 more tips to succeed at the trial. So the second tip that I'm gonna give you is when you go to the trial, make sure you show up 30 to 60 minutes early. The earlier you are, the better it is, because you're gonna show that you can be punctual and you can be respectful. Coaches, clubs, GMs, sporting directors, they want people who are respectful on and off the pitch. So make sure you get there early, whether it's a game, whether it's a trial, whether it's a meeting. Show you're professional and respectful. Number 3, before you step onto the field, when you go into the locker room, shake everyone's hand with confidence. Look them in the eyes. Tell them your name, ask them their name, maybe ask them where they're from, build some rapport. Obviously, don't overdo it, but make sure you show respect by looking them in the eyes. That's one of the most important things that I actually learned in Germany, because when I was 24, I was actually in Würzburg, Germany, and I shook a coach's hand and I didn't look him in the eye. So he said to me in German, "You must look me in the eyes when you shake my hand, or that's a lack of respect." So then on forward, I did that, and I told every single player that I worked with, and I told everyone in my audience to do that, because it's very, very important, and sometimes we're not taught that. That is a showing of respect, and people can actually trust you when you do that. If you shake someone's hand and you look the other way, or you don't look them in the eyes, it's a lack of trust. So number 4, in addition, you're obviously gonna go to the coach, you're gonna go to the rest of the training staff and introduce yourself. And most importantly, if the coach is already on the pitch, when you go out to the pitch, before you touch a ball, before you do a warm-up, go up to every single coach, go up to the equipment manager, go up to everyone at the club, and especially your teammates, and say hello. It's a sign of respect, and you don't start the training until you do that. Number 5, be friendly to players, but not overly friendly. This is one of the biggest mistakes I saw from American players coming overseas. They like sucked up too much to local players, and then what they don't realize is those local players talk crap about them behind their back. Be respectful, be confident, ask people where they're from, make a couple jokes, but don't overdo it. Like, don't overdo it. You're gonna get talked about, and it does not look good, because those people talk to the coaches, they talk to the sporting directors, and then the vibe around the club is that you're a suck up, and you don't want to have that image. Introduce yourself, be confident, build rapport, and prepare and perform properly, and that's all you need to do. Number 7, before you step onto the pitch and start the training, bring out equipment, cones, balls, bags, water bottles. Help carry goals. Don't be that guy on trial who doesn't do anything. Trust me, you are going to get noticed, especially if you're a younger player, even if you're on the team. This is the players on the team. Make sure you are doing everything you need to do to help prepare. Actually, at the last club I was at, I was with my buddy who was playing for our team, and he's like, "Dude, what is going on? I've never seen this anywhere in the world. We're the oldest players on the team, and we're carrying the goals and looking for the balls after training." Do not be that person, because the leaders on the team, the captains of the team, are gonna know who you are, and they're gonna put some nice tackles on you during training, and the word's gonna get back to the coach. So make sure you are a team player on and off the pitch. Tip number 7, make sure when you go up to everyone and introduce yourself and shake their hands, make sure you smile and you have a good vibe. Tip number 8, play two-touch, touch the ball a little bit with your teammates before training starts. If you go off and do your own thing, you're gonna look like you're not a team player. So what you should do in the locker room before you step onto the pitch is build some friends on the team, and then touch the ball with them when you go onto the pitch. Number 9, this is the most important. In rondo, when you're playing 5v2, when you're playing monkey in the middle, however you want to call it, go into the middle first. Take the bib, take the penny, go into the middle, and be that person. If you're standing on the side and you're not volunteering to be in the middle, trust me, people are gonna laugh about you and say, I mean, who is this guy? Who is this girl? Who do they think they are? Number 10, this is very important, especially if you're in a foreign country. Make sure you listen to the details of the drill. Coaches don't want to repeat themselves. Teammates get pissed if you don't understand the rules. If you don't speak the language, go to the back of the line and ask the person in front of you how to do the drill. If you don't know how to do it, step out of the drill first, watch, ask questions before you screw up the drill. The last thing that clubs want you to do and coaches want you to do and your agent wants you to do is screw up and slow down the training. I've seen it time and time again. Coaches get pissed, teammates get pissed, and the club is gonna get pissed, and you don't want that to happen. Make sure you listen to the drill, you find all the details and all the instructions that are important, and make sure you execute. If you don't know how to do it, step out and clarify before you start. Number 11, in the beginning of the training, play simple and don't overdo it. As I always say, fit in first and then stand out. Fit into the culture, fit into the style of the play, see how the coach wants you to play, connect some passes, and then you can do your skill moves. You can do your 1v1. As I always say, rely on your strengths and show them. But first, keep the ball, don't lose the ball, keep possession, see how the team plays, and then you can start doing the important stuff and the more flary stuff. That goes on to number 12. My general principle always is fit in first and then stand out. I made a mistake when I first came over even to Latvia. I was trying to do everything. As a center defensive mid, I was trying to go to the side. I was trying to do this, do that, play killer balls. Instead, what my buddy said to me, who was a national team player, played against Ronaldo, Nani, Quaresma, all the top guys, is Eric, fit into your role first. You're a center defensive mid. Pick up the ball, connect passes, break up play the ball to the 8, to the 10, to the wingers. Let them do the fancy stuff. Once in a while, if you see a killer ball, you can play it, but don't always go for the killer ball. Also, don't go to the sidelines and block the passing lanes for the fullbacks, for the center backs. Instead, stay central, and what you need to do is communicate with the center back, get the ball in the right space to advance the ball forward, but don't try to do too many jobs at once. As Americans, we think we need to do everything, but fit in your role on the team, on the club, and you'll definitely be looked at much better. What's going on? Sorry to interrupt this video. I'm interrupting my quick bicep pump as well, but many of you reach out to me for help. You want a professional opportunity and you want to work with me one-on-one. I can do both. I can get you a professional opportunity. You can work with me one-on-one to get in the best shape of your life, and I could also help you earn some extra cash. What if you could do all three? Get into the best shape of your life, get a professional opportunity, and get a remote job where you can work from anywhere. If you want to do that, hit the link below, fill out the form, make sure you are ready to invest in yourself, and I'll see you there, and I look forward to a nice phone call, a free phone call with you. Make sure to go down the link below, fill out the form, tell me you can invest in your development, and we'll hop on a quick call. See you there. Number 13, very important. After you fit in, then it's time to stand out. As I always say, you need to know what are your top 3 strengths. Focus on your top 3 strengths and use those. I always give this example. I was a center defensive mid and a fullback. As a fullback, I'm not a guy that's gonna beat someone 1v1 and put that ball back across or whatever. Instead, what my mastery was my passing. I could pass the ball with both feet with any surface, the lace, the inside, the outside, the sole, whatever I had to do, I got the ball on a dime. So instead of taking someone on 1v1, it was typically known for a fullback, I would play early balls, right? In the right space, at the right time. So focus on your strengths, veer away from your weaknesses so you don't lose the ball and you don't lose confidence. The way you're gonna build confidence is by focusing on your strengths, building out properly, connecting passes, getting into the rhythm of the game, feeling the ball, feeling the grass, and then you can start to hit your strengths. I generally say for the first 20 minutes, feel the game, and then once you're at the 20-minute mark, you can see any places that you can exploit with your strengths. Number 14, be positive. Encourage your teammates. Don't be negative. Constructively criticize your teammates. If they're not giving effort, yes, you can be on them, but if they make a technical error or something that's common in football, don't get on them. The only thing you should get on them about is if they're not giving effort. Football is war. If the guy next to you, if the girl next to you, your teammate is not giving what they need to be giving, then get into them and make sure that they're doing their job. Number 15, be a professional on and off the pitch. As I said before, be the first one there, be the last to leave. Do your extra bits, your pre-activation in the beginning, do your extra bits, do your stretching and recovery after the training session. One of the best times to work on your strengths and weaknesses is after your training. So if you're training 6 days per week with your club, stay afterwards, work for 5 to 10 minutes on your weaknesses and 10 to 15 minutes on your strengths. That adds up, right? At the end of the week, you can be working 30 to 60 minutes on weaknesses, and you can be working 60, well, my math, I think to 80 minutes on your strengths. Imagine what that adds up to in a month. Number 16, with that being said, ask some teammates to do extras after training. Trust me, you're gonna find the guy or the girl that likes to do the extras. You're gonna become good friends with them, because if you're watching me, if you're watching this channel, you do extras and you don't slack. You make the most of every single minute of your day. When you get friendly with that person, you're gonna connect on and off the pitch. Number 17, clean up all the gear after the session. As I said before, don't be that guy or girl who goes into the locker room early. This obviously comes into the concept I talked before, which means leaving last. Getting there first, leaving last. Clean up the gear and be a team player. Number 18, say goodbye and have a good night and see you tomorrow to the staff and to your teammates. What that does is two things. Closes off the day, closes off the session. You tell them thanks for the session. And then by saying see you tomorrow, you have confidence in yourself that they want to see you again. Tip number 19, become friends with players on the team. What you need to do over the next couple days is grab a coffee, grab a lunch, go see the town, actually ask them about their club, actually ask them about their coach, actually ask them about the style of play. Get into the team in that way. Off the pitch activities are very important and very underrated. Number 20, this is super obvious, perform well. Perform consistently and you will earn a spot on the team. As I said before, football is a business. If you could prove to the club that you're an asset and not a liability, you will sign. Number 21, I've said this many times before, stay at a club for maximum 2 weeks. A club will see within the first 3 to 4, even 2 days, if you're the right fit for them, if you're good enough. Maximum, it takes them 7 days, 7 training sessions. You need to play training and then you need to play games. But right away, clubs can generally tell if you're the right fit. But don't stay longer than 2 weeks, because if you stay longer than 2 weeks, what's gonna happen is you're fighting against a clock. Football is a revolving door. You're fighting against time. So if you stay longer than 2 weeks, clubs actually generally look at you as a mannequin, as a training player or a cone, right? If you do that, first of all, you show that you have low confidence. You show you have no standards. You show you have no backbone and no boundaries. So what you need to do is you need to set the boundary with the club. I'm here for 2 weeks. From there, you tell me if you need me, if you want me, if I'm good enough. If not, I'll have to move on. Don't obviously say it like that. It's better to have an agent or a representative or a mentor that actually knows the coach or the club speak for you, so you sound more like a professional, but just hold that standard for yourself. Because that's exactly what happened to me in Germany. I was at one of the best clubs in the Regionalliga, the 4th tier. I was supposed to be there for 2 weeks max, performed well the first week, performed well in the match. I said to my contact, what did they say? Stay 1 more week. Same thing, second week, performed well, won every fitness test, second game, performed well. Asked, what's going on? Contact said, stay the next week. Third week, same thing. Fourth week, same thing. At the end of the 4th week, we found out that a guy from the 3rd Bundesliga was coming down. I was out, he was in, and the transfer window had already been finished. So I actually, within 4 weeks, I stayed in 22 different Airbnbs because I didn't have the right person representing myself and standing up for me. I lost my chance, lost a lot of money, so stand up for yourself. Number 22, this is very important. If you don't have an agent or a representative, when you go up to a coach, show confidence, right? Show confidence that you performed well, that you belong there. So when you talk about an offer, obviously don't be greedy. Don't ask for too much money, don't ask for too much. But if you performed well, you have the right to be confident and stick up for yourself. You're gonna have regrets if you don't. I've seen many players go up to coaches with slumped shoulders, chest out, shoulder blades back, chin up. Speak to the coach with confidence, look them in the eyes, and show them you belong there. Show them that you can be a game changer. Show them that you can change their team, their locker room, the attitude, the environment, and they'll sign you. Number 23, if you feel like you belong at the club, the goal is essentially to press the club into giving you a professional contract. Especially if you don't have an agent, a representative, or anyone older than you, the club is gonna try to take advantage of you. They're gonna try to give you less money, less housing, less food, whatever it is. They're gonna try to give you the least they can to get you, especially if they wanna sign you. So what you need to do is you need to make a smart decision. Don't make the decision right away. Take the paper, read it over, ask legal representatives, ask maybe friends, family, agents, mentors you know to read over the contract and make sure you're signing something that you know is going to help get you to the next level and a good first step into the game. And number 24, most importantly, if it doesn't work out at this club, just go find another club. Continue your networking, get back on the grind, get on LinkedIn, get on email, maybe work with us one-on-one. That's probably the best move you can make. But get back on the grind. I see so many players go into the trial and their trials like it's their last opportunity and last shot. And what ends up happening is they play from fear. They play out of scarcity rather than coming from abundance. So when you go into a trial, come from abundance, come from confidence, know you can be there, know you should be there. And at the end of the day, if you perform the best you could and you did all you can and you don't sign, it's not a big deal, right? There's many, many more clubs out there. I mean, that's why I always tell American players, go to Europe. There are 77 professional teams in the US, 333 million people. You know how many professional teams there are in Europe? In England alone, there are 92 professional teams. And I think off the top of my head, there are 52 or 55 million people. So come on now. You know, the US for me is the land of opportunity, but for football, Europe is the land of opportunity. For me, US is still the best country in the world, but Europe is a good place to be if you want to be a professional footballer or involved in football. Anyways, thank you so much for being here. If you want to work directly with me, go to the link below, fill out the quiz, hop on with myself, hop on with my team, and then we can work directly one-on-one and I can help you through this one-on-one. We can have phone calls, 15 minutes every single week. I'll give you a gym plan, I'll give you a nutrition plan, everything you need, and then I'll help get you set up with a pro club or a semi-pro club, depending on your level. You will be analyzed by our professional video analysts. We have 2 MLS scouts working for us now. So they'll see what your level is, right? From there, we'll see what the next step is. But the most important thing is we're gonna treat your career like a chess game, right? We're thinking 5 moves ahead. Most agents, most companies, what they do is they put you in a trial, they say goodbye, and they never talk to you again. With us, you're part of the RicFit family. Trust me, ask any single person that's worked with us, who's put in the work, who's gained my respect and my friendship. I stay in touch with people that I worked with 8 years ago. I go to their country, I say, hey, how you doing? Let's grab a coffee, let's grab a dinner. I don't care if you're working with me or not. We built a relationship. So we're different here at RicFit. Everything is based on family ethics. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please click the like button. Please click subscribe. I can't even talk anymore. Maybe need a bit of coffee, maybe a kombucha, whatever I need to get the hydration going. Anyways, comment below. Let me know what else you want me to see from me here on YouTube. Share this with a teammate. You know what to do. Have a go and deuces. Homie, thanks so much for making it to the end of the video. I know I got a nice bicep pump going on. Don't forget what I said at the middle of the video. If you want to get a professional opportunity inside a professional team for at least 10 to 14 days, working with the team, seeing the culture, and getting into the best shape of your life with me, as well as making additional income, getting a remote job so you can work from anywhere. Once again, that's getting a professional opportunity, working with me one-on-one, and making extra cash so you can work from anywhere, no matter where you are in the world. If you want to do that and you want to work with me one-on-one, be mentored by me to make sure you succeed, fill out the link below. Make sure you tell us you're ready to invest, because you have to invest to reach your ultimate potential. Then I'll show you my schedule. We'll hop on a free 45-minute call and see if you're the right fit to work with us. Don't forget to go to the link below, fill that out, and I hope to see you there. And make sure you like this video and subscribe. Deuces.